Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well through the scriptures. Peace to the hopeful elect. All right, the title of this article says 70 million people in the U.S. under severe weather threat. Severe storms, including possible tornadoes and hail, are expected to affect wide portions of the United States on Saturday. Over 70 million Americans face the threat of severe weather today, with the greatest threat for a significant weather outbreak covering roughly 45,000 square miles, including Chicago Metro. Confidence, I'm skipping around this article. It says confidence is increasing for a potentially potent severe weather setup as ingredients needed for this are appearing to favorably align on Saturday, which is today, March 28th. The National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center said Friday. CNN meteorologist Dave Hennon said the threat of long-track violent tornadoes ramps up significantly Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening. Several severe storms are likely to develop with the highest chance of tornadoes in northern Illinois. All right. Here's the tornado risk breakdown. Northern Illinois, moderate risk. Missouri, Iowa, and Indiana, enhanced risk. Midwest, Southeast, and Ohio Valley, slight risk. And over here, I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana right now. This is GMS Indianapolis. And it's raining. You know, it's bouncing back and forth from heavy rain to slight rain. All right. It says, but Indiana is not at a greater risk as, the other spots. Let me see. Right, it says, all weather modeling points to a significant severe weather outbreak for portions of the Midwest today, with lower chances as you travel south towards the lower Mississippi and Tennessee Valley region. All right. But anyway, it says, the Weather Service warned that the storms may bring damaging winds and large to giant balls of hail as the storm intensifies and heads toward the upper Midwest. A wind-driven cold rain is expected to spread across the Central Plains on Saturday, according to the Weather Prediction Center. Some of the rain could change over to wet snow Saturday night across the upper Midwest. The severe threat will likely peak on Saturday and continue into the early evening. And it said a severe threat. Now, the thing is, the Lord is visiting the world which he made with signs, all right, which the scriptures in 2 Ezra chapter 9 speaks of. Now, when you read Matthew 24, okay, let's get that real quick. Now, the words of whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, all right, in Matthew 24, he said that, I'm just going to read verse 7. For a nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Right, so there's many earthquakes. There's pestilence. You got the coronavirus. You got monkeypox. You got listeria. All right, as far as the pestilence goes, you got famines, people hungry, starving across the world. And nations are against each other, especially going on in the Middle East. All right. So all this is happening, but also on top of that, you got the tempest and the whirlwind and the storms as well. Okay, so this is Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh. That's the Lord's name. When you see Lord all caps, that's the Most High name. Thou shalt be visited of Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. So the Lord, like the scripture I'll read next, the Lord operates within the storms as well. Okay. This is Nahum 1:3. Says the Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm. So the Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm. He can calm it, he can intensify it. It says, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. Psalm 83:15. So persecute them with thy tempest and make them afraid with thy storm. Right. So this what you call it, this natural disaster, so to speak. All right, the Lord having His way with it, man. The Lord is bringing persecution to people, man. A long time ago, well, not a long time ago, but around the time I first was entering around the truth, around 2015, 16. That time, I had an elder relative, and she was speaking. She say, elder relative, like she got to be at least around 90 now. She said she would not, she stayed in the hood of the ghetto, so to speak, and she would always say that her family been trying to get her to move to where the so-called WHITE people live. And she would always say, she said, I'm not moving over there because whenever the Creator do His business, them people always, get messed up. And what she meant was, like, as far as like the natural disasters, she always was speaking about the natural disasters. Now, Israelites, which are the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, suffer from natural disasters as well. But she had a valid point on that though, Let me see. I'll end it with this is Proverbs 1 and 25. It says, "But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my proof. And would none of my reproof." All right, and reproof is correction. It says, "I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me." Right. So a lot of times when natural disasters happen, and that's when people start looking for the Lord, for the Most High. When your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, a tornado come and rip some away, or a thunderstorm, knock out power lines and start fires, anything that may happen. All right. But the Lord ain't hearing, So with that, Lord willing, this was the edifying lesson of the hopeful elect. Call Halayim La Yahweh by Shem Yahushai by Shem Kakodash.